What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we want to answer the question, are Murray Carbs worth it? My name is David and welcome back to Z's Garage. So my last video, we purchased Murray Carbs, and Murray Carbs are a direct replacement of these. This is a 1980 Honda CB750 set of carbs. And like the last video, I had them cleaned, professionally done, and I wasn't super happy with them. These are also extremely difficult to sync with pod filters, and a lot of people have problems. So I've been on this adventure of trying to find some replacement carbs that will just be turnkey and ready to go. But we had some issues. This led me down a rabbit hole of troubleshooting, but nothing was working. The consensus was that the throttle cable was just getting stuck. Now, the last set of Murray Carbs was causing us a lot of issues. The one issue, or the one and only issue that I had, was the throttle cables were getting stuck. Specifically where the two cables were meeting into one, somewhere in there, the housing of that, it was causing it to stick. Now, you might be thinking, well, the routing must have been like way off or something. You're putting on the gas tank on the throttle cable or something. I followed the Murray instructions per his website on how to route my throttle cables. So it definitely isn't that. And I've also moved the throttle cable completely off the out of the gas tank or out of the way of it. And I tried running it that way and it still got stuck. Now, I called Murray, we talked for a long time. We went over a bunch of different ways of trying to fix this before we realized the throttle cable was not good. And he was gracious enough to send me out another set. I mean, of course I sent back the old set, he looked over it, sent me a new one. And that's where we are now. We're here. Got the new set, and we got to install them and we have to drive it. And I think we're gonna realize quickly if these carbs are any good or not. So let's get into it. I tried See what Dr. Murray has to say. It's frustrating. It's getting stuck. Now I gotta walk it back. That was my own doing. I'll let the fuel. I gotta turn it back on. Sucks. We really tried to make this work, and it just didn't work out. Every time I took the bike out, the throttle cable would get stuck and my throttle would be open, causing the bike to rev really high and putting more strain on the engine that is needed. And it's just really frustrating. So I have to return them. Now, I did have a subscriber, shout out to you, appreciate you making the comment, tell me that he had this exact same issue happen to him. And what he did was he soldered where the two wires connect into one for the throttle cable. And once he soldered that wire together, it worked perfectly fine. Now, I would do that, but my philosophy, my thought is that I spent close to $700 on these carburetors. And in my mind, I spent 700 bucks. They should just be turnkey ready. They should have absolutely no issues and should just be throw them on there, go for a ride and drive around without ever having anything go wrong for a really long time. But that's not the case. You spend that much money on a set of carbs, you expect them to be really good. You don't want all these issues. I don't want to be constantly just working on them and fixing these little things. Now, the question is, would I suggest these carbs? And I can't. I cannot suggest you to purchase these carbs. There were just way too many issues with the throttle cable for the price that you paid. You're spending $700 on carburetors, and the expectation is that you slap them on and you're ready to rip down the road. And when you're constantly having to work on these carbs, that's a problem. I mean, I get it. There's little tinkering here and there, like that's fine, but I had to do so much more work than I thought was necessary. And they just kept getting stuck. So what's next for the carbs? Well, I don't like the OEM carbs. I mean, I made that pretty clear. And the Murray carbs didn't work out. I guess maybe purchase a set of Mukunda carbs. Anyways, greatly appreciate all of you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Do me a favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe. And we got a lot more videos coming up. And we're gonna be doing some metal fabrication here pretty soon. So, all right guys, appreciate all of you. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. Peace.